Hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what this? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama Media, Texas, you drew very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Abeka Group of Companies and Sammy Flex TV presents September to Remember. Only September to Remember. Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. ATM wakonya na oni yako Dubai. Na wako shewa nisu adie. Na fe ya sanswa jieniabo. Na yebeko tour places biti se Desert Safari, Dubai Frame, Atlantics Water Park, Dubai City Tour. Na fe yacht party nsu tietia. Na ya sanswa party in the cloud. ATM ayen komani ya mekanchiro. Da be ya September to Remember. Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. Na yebasu 24th September. Dikosi 29th September. Annie. Enti for any reservation. Anasen chirichirimu bia. Any fresa umatrufo we. 0243 514732. Ana plus 971 559 494061. Proudly sponsored by Sankofa Restaurant, Taste Africa, Ohineba Jemai TV, NFA, Edike Media. September to Remember Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. Ebeye kikim.
Everybody check now. Check it, fa check it, fa check it, check it. The beat is real, don't wait make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, fa check it, fa check it, fa check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it, fa check it, check it. Push sugar level, fa check it, check it. For check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Okay, so after a long weekend of not showing up here in your screens, we are finally back, and I know so many of you know why we have been off for the past 2 days. Saturday was nail, Sunday was deal, and even Monday nearly looking nail. But we are here to do it. Richie, we are live, eh? All right, so we are here doing it, the live edition of Showbiz Daily here on Sammy Flex TV, and the gentlemen are seated for us to do our thing. We just landed from Kumasi, or Sekrom to be specific, and right after landing, Roland brother Vim said, "Oh, let's go and give it to the people." I said, "Well, if you have energy, if you have the Vim and you want us to do it, why not? I am always on the go. My say an direction. They be a vigilant so. They be a vigilant so. So if you think you are ready, let's rock it. Let's rock it. So we decided to come through to interact with you guys and to do it in a special way. So because it is the live edition of Showbiz Daily, something we've not done in a long while, I'll be reading some of your comments. So remember to share the link with your friends, families, and those who are entertainment enthusiasts. Let them know that we are back on your screens. And Sammy Flex is about to read some of your comments. So bring them in and let's see how best we can make it happen. In the studio, you have seen Roland Amate already. People are saying he's the new bodyguard of Shatta. And I don't know why they are thinking he's the new bodyguard of Shatta. Roland is also here, Shagzy, digital communicator also a talent manager. And in Team Dodo Solomon, you can also call him Chebo. Chebo is our online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited. He's also the guy to consult for all your digital solutions. He's here. Now, off the screens, Digital Rasta Currency is at work, controlling our camera for us, and Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. Meanwhile, out there, Tap Send is holding us down. So if you're also watching us and you have to be sending money from abroad to Ghana, remember there's only one app that does it better, and that is Tap Send. Try it today, thank me later, and let's see how best we can even do some more. So now that we are set, you can also join us, and let me see who is available online. So I welcome them. In fact, I was supposed to even do the connect, but Roland, it'll be easy. I know, I connect and then connect. Well, so Shatta Kobe says back to work. Mr. Sammy Flex and the rest party, they are like enemies. Easy. Shatta Kobe says Roland the senior security. And Rita Sawa says, good evening, finally back. Oh, Rita, finally we are back. Oh. Fidelis Osara says, hello guys, what happened on Sunday? Oh, Osara, Chemo should have done it. I don't know why Chemo did not do it. You guys should blame Chemo rather. I know, Chemo has promised that input. Chemo, so what happened? He answered to them. Because you were supposed to do it.
But you said we would do it. So I thought you would still be in there.
How was that your man?
About 6:30. Roland came to ask me, shall I go connect? That time, me sure me reading. Me sure we did anymore. I think about the connect till 9 p.m. Every day and I start with that challenge. Young fan coaching. Then we went to a place at the Kumasi City Mall called 1999. Myself, Nana Reagan, Roland Amate, Gina, and a certain virgin. So we went to sit somewhere like that, and we decided to file the weekend like that. So guys, forgive me, it happens but once sometimes. If I personally, whilst I was there, I said, hey, Sammy Flex TV found out 2 days, no content. Nah. Like, now me who cried TT me, but hey, now me who TT me raw, but it happens but once, and we are good. Real people are saying you are now Shatta security or whatever. You know, what's his name? Anokwa, SKP Anokwa. Okay. He sent me a message, but let me read it. He sent me some interesting message. Let me read it. SKP Anokwa. He says, good day, bro, Sammy Flex. It looks like you have to take Roland Amate to the gym now that he is bodyguarding Shatta. He's a former gym ambassador. Gym not free the but he's a former ambassador to the gym. So people are talking about it. What were you doing? Were you really bodyguarding Shatta or what?
Well,
tell me more.
I'll call it a mini bodyguard.
Okay.
Because the job was big, and man was there alone, and fortunately we were just the few ones around him at that time.
Yeah.
But definitely we still had to do the honors by how do we call it, supporting our brothers, and especially since it is a project that is connected to us.
Shagsy.
Yes, so either way we still needed to take the risk. We saw the risk involved, but I think the Chemo will say optimism bias is what got us hooked, and we decided to take the risk and do it. So when it got to that point, it was all hands on deck. People who know Shatta Wale very well or have seen his movements in town would definitely know that this is not how he usually moves. He moves with a huge security detail and all that. But then, with the way this particular information and event came about, we had no other option than to help support our brothers in Kumasi, because aside the fact that that was the first time even Shatta Wale was meeting Dr. Light.
Oh, that was the first time?
That was the first time, yes.
Oh, I see.
That was the first time they were meeting in person. Yes. So
I didn't know that.
Interesting.
So it was a very big deal. It was a very big deal to both of them. I remember when we went to greet the chief. Shatta, even after the whole fracas of go back here and there, had not even still seen like when
Wow.
even when he hugged him outside and spoke to him, but it was just even on the surface. So when we got inside, that was when he asked again, but what it's like, I've not seen him. I said, Master, you met the guy outside. I said, no, call him for me again.
Wow.
Before they were able to exchange pleasantries and all that. And these guys have been supporting Shatta even without seeing Shatta Wale. Just seeing the dream that Shatta has in the vision, even got them hooked, and they've been supporting us day by day. Even before we left to Accra, I chanced on one of the skits that Ebenezer was wearing a Shatta care. It had nothing to do with Shatta though, but then that conscious effort, that brand placement, to help is one thing that I was really, really happy about. And I would say God richly bless everybody who came to support. And we learned Nana Mama Brown was also there.
Yeah,
she also went there.
But most of the movie stars from
of course
Ashanti region, they were also there.
Ebenezer and his team also did very well. This is one of our goals. That is to unite the industry across all regions, across all boards. So if you see movie people connecting with music people like that, it says a lot about our industry. If we get people to connect this way, then that's the only way we can grow as an industry. So I would say congratulations to Ebenezer.
No, starting.
I would say congratulations to Ebenezer and congratulations to Shatta. But I would entreat the Kumasi people to still be in high anticipation. This is one of the events. This is one of the activities that will lead to a massive activation, Shatta activation in Oseko.
Okay. I've heard more.
So this is just how do you call it? This is one of the preliminary stuff that we did in Kumasi. But there will be coming months. There should be a high anticipation in Kumasi about Shatta activation. We will be planting our roots deeply in Kumasi, and this is just one of the surfaces of them.
Let me go back to Chemo. I'm not seeing what really happened though.
It was crazy.
Like I'm not seeing what really happened though. I see. Chemo, so what do you think about the cleanup and what you are seeing? Organized by Dr. Laiki, who is the regional ambassador of Shatta in the Ashanti region, and he decided to organize this in connection or in collaboration with Shatta.
I think it's a good initiative, but you see when
so that's what happened.
Crazy from different angles, and Charlie, this was huge. I mean, Roland, I think you deserve
no Roland went.
Roland and the Espiritu.
No, Roland went.
They really did it.
Let me say big ups to the likes of Gunshot.
And then Gunshot
and all those guys. So they also helped a lot in terms of getting protecting Shatta from mob and all that. So they did very well. Big ups to them as well.
Me, I was the one driving the white car.
I was the
one driving the white car.
So this is where they met.
Yeah, this was the first meeting. But funny enough, he still forgot he had met him.
Yes, the crowd was crazy. Wow. I mean, I think it's a good initiative. But after Shatta went there, I'm sure that the cleanup exercise will not even go on.
Oh, I'm sure they continue though.
It won't happen. Shatta will go.
Someone told me that they have collected some garbage in some wheelbarrow. Where Shatta came? Someone just threw it back on the street again.
Because they will want to just put the wheelbarrow somewhere just to meet Shatta. So I'm not surprised.
Look at the street.
Something like this will happen. I mean, it was crazy.
Hey, now they need to talk about it.
When somebody tried to.
And that happened outside?
Yeah, it happened outside.
And then he chased that guy.
No, it was outside. It was outside.
No, it blow you.
Spiritus tian back on one question, anything can happen.
Next one,
Yeah, so I think I saw a gunshot. I wanted to show.
Yeah, no, gunshot. I know him. I think he came around this while before we left the hotel.
Yeah.
He came around.
So I think it's a good initiative, but if you want to spoil your party in a nice way, then you invite Shatta Wale.
Like
so
this.
me, I've been planning if he will do me the honest. So when I start the event, then
we say it to promote and let us know what you are talking about.
You will do the honest
Of what?
I will invite him to my wedding. So he will come and spoil it for me.
I didn't think to come and spoil it.
Then you go with the crowd. That will be the end of it.
Jebo is bad. I know, right?
So I think it's a good initiative, and if somebody is doing something like this, we all have to support. And I think for those who are supporting, those who are ready to work with Shatta and Dr. Likey, I think it's a step in the right direction.
True.
And so we should just support it, and let's see what will come out of it.
Well, I think I'll be coming your way with Shatta updates proper to give you more information on what transpired in Kumasi throughout the weekend stay. We were there on Friday, and we came back just this afternoon around 4 p.m. That was when we landed. So I'll be giving you Shatta updates tomorrow during the editorial, so you know exactly what transpired there. But Chabo, you guys were watching the Game Park show too on TV.
Yeah.
Any reviews from afar? We were there, and once again, we'll be talking about that.
Well, I think it started really slowly, like when you are watching it from home or on some of the TV channels. I think it started slowly, but you could see that the people were coming from time to time. Like I started watching from 9 p.m.
Okay.
And so I think around 11, then I saw a good crowd. Like I saw that now the people are coming, and at the same time when Shatta came on stage, then you can see that the people, they are charged, they are ready for Shatta, and then they will be singing the song along, like sing along kind of thing, and then Shatta will do his thing. At some point he will pause and then also do his usual thing, and all that. And then again I saw that the MC for the day, the guy was really charged.
And the portfolio
was all over the place, jumping, singing, everything. Some like portfolio too. I think he did well in that sense. Like you can see the energy.
That's the boss of the company.
Oh, okay.
Throwing money. He's a Jamaican.
Okay.
Throwing money on Shatta Wale like that.
It was crazy. I think it was a good show. Like in all when you consider it, it went well. Yeah, I think people were really happy to be there, especially those who wanted to see Shatta. I mean, they got what they were looking for. So it went well. Even watching from home, you could feel it. The excitement was there, yes. And it showed for a very long time, over 2 hours. Yeah. And UTV, they were showing it.
Oh, UTV showed it for over 2 hours?
Yes, over 2 hours. From I think if I have to be guess, if I have to guess, I think I watched on UTV from 9 to about 11 before it cut. Like they switched they started they started showing movie, but even on their social media it was still there, Facebook and YouTube. It was still there. Like even outside the main TV, they were still showing it on Facebook and YouTube as well. So I think it went well. The Game Park people, for that organization, I think they did their best, and we have to, I mean, applaud them for such a thing. And working with Shatta Wale too, I mean, that's the best that you can get. I mean, with the people, everybody, like you can see the energy there. And as a company, trying to launch a product. That's what you are looking for. You are looking for people to be involved in whatever you are doing, and you can't get it better than involving Shatta Wale and his people. So kudos to them, and Shatta Wale too delivered. I mean, he was tasked to bring people from wherever that they are, and that's exactly what happened. So kudos to him as well.
That's what's up. Ru, let's talk about the show.
Yeah, it was a very good show. It was a very good show, a very busy day as well. Let me say big ups to the organizers of the show, Game Park especially. I applaud them because of the zeal that, or the confidence that they're having like in the industry, in investing back into the industry. Yes, they are launching a product. They are also trying to advertise, but the fact that they have so many mediums to use to advertise or launch whatever they wanted to send across, but they decided to use the industry, that is entertainment industry channel, which is economically it is good for our industry.
True.
Because at the end of the day, I can just imagine the people who were able to cash out even on that day, the economic benefit that went on in Ashanti region, and the more to be specific, you really realize that even throughout the weekend, it was still hot. That particular field transcended throughout the weekend, even into Monday, and it is good. So I will applaud them, and I would just congratulate them for putting up such a nice show. I would also say congratulations to the artists that came to support.
Yeah,
I think on the night most of them also delivered to the expectations. Yes, the likes of Kuku Flake, the
Kim Paluta,
and
Strong Man.
Thank you, and they all came to deliver, and
it came to the party.
Yeah, they came to the party, and Shatta Wale, of course, crowned everything up with that splendid performance. And one thing that gladdens my heart was the fact that the owner himself, or the owners of the company, were happy on the day, to the extent that he even went to spray money on Shatta, meaning he was really satisfied with some of the results that he got.
Yeah, and
that's one thing that makes me happy the more. That it takes just a little for you to destroy investor confidence. It takes just a little. Somebody might just put up the whole time, like invest the whole time and money into building something, and just one little mistake
can break everything,
will mess it up. And on the day, seeing them happy with the smiles, and
they were really happy.
Yes,
they were really happy
on their faces. Gave me some kind of joy. So I will entreat them, like Shamu said. We have people who when you task to bring the numbers, if it is the numbers you want, they can deliver. And on the day, Shatta proved to them that he's the man with the numbers. So if tomorrow they wake up again and they get a new idea and they will still want the numbers, of course, we are open. This is a business venture, and we are open for any negotiation. So congratulations to everybody.
Yeah, so really and truly it was good. Big shouts to Team SM, all the guys who were there to make sure we had a beautiful show. And there is something I want to always reiterate, the fact that some people think that it is difficult to do business with Shatta Wale, especially the corporate world, because they have heard that thing being discussed in the media space. They've heard people talking about it. But I think I loved how Shatta handled this whole business with Game Park, including posting all their flyers, and even on the day on the show, he was mentioning them, giving them big ups. He went for an interview, like he showed up, he came up for them, and I think this is what so many people don't know or don't see. Bibi, who is I think the general manager of the company in Ghana, was so impressed, because Bibi from beginning was always scared. Hey, Sammy Charlie, Shatta, so I can suck your mother. Until I can suck your mother, Game Park. And I said, no, it is not like that. So when they handled it, and later we even had a meeting after the show, something good is coming, a big partnership of a thing is coming between him and Game Park. So it is about dealings. Go through the right people, do what is right, satisfy each parties, and I'm sure business will be fine as usual, and not how many people have made it look. Well, let me read some of your messages before we move on to the next business. Who is here? Okay, so Obi season Ice DJ TZ Julius says, good evening, Chemo. You are the only one I'm greeting from Nigeria. Frederick Apia says, good evening, everyone. Sheikh Ali says, welcome. Augustino says, good evening, everyone. Shatta Kobe says, me now, I knew the Sammy Flex Connect won't happen because the workload was heavy, Charlie. It was easy. Theophilus Green says, Sammy Flex, I'm watching you guys live from UK, waiting for Shatta's show. Fortunately for me, I have 2 days off and I can't wait to see Shatta Wale.
Wow.
Theophilus Green says, Mate is the good. When we come to Shatta Wale Road Management, he was all over making sure that everything goes well. I saw this when they went to Kumasi. Big up Amate. Shatta Kobe says, in such a crowd, you'll never see Sammy Flex that. You'll be standing somewhere very cool. Senior man, no one trouble. Trouble there. I don't want trouble. This one says, Roland did a good job in Kumasi. Kudos to the entire team. And Jackie Boatin says, good evening, everyone. So, like I'm saying, tomorrow I'll be bringing you some new Shatta updates because we have a segment doing that business. So, we'll be giving you some details from Kumasi as well. And we pray that everything that has been discussed goes on smoothly and successfully. Now, let's come back to Ghana. From Kumasi, let's come back to Ghana. Let's come back to Ghana. Yeah, Kumasi is a country on its own. Yeah. People are so interested, man. Let's come back to Ghana. And last week, on this platform, as well as even on CTV, Class Showbiz, we discussed a supposed vision that a man of God saw of a certain Sheriff Black. In fact, as of last week, many of us discussed it as a Black Sheriff prophecy or vision. But unfortunately, when the man of God spoke, okay, so this is it, where the prophet said, they will say, why didn't you say it? Why did you say it? Whichever way, I will say it, though I'm very aware some will come and abuse me, though. They know very well that I'm a very trusted voice in the prophetic. I've come to accept it and calls it occupational hazards. Let the family of Sheriff Black pray for him and talk to him deeply. I didn't like what I saw about him some few minutes ago. Life is priceless. I saw the mother crying uncontrollably. If nothing is done about this, Ghana would not hear a good news maybe before December. Jabez cry, Nigel Gaisie. In fact, all of us who read this particular prophecy did not waste time in thinking the man of God was talking to Black Sheriff. In fact, we did not waste time in thinking like that. That's why even if you saw the flyer or the card we just read, it still had the man of God and Black Sheriff in there. Only for UTV to reach out to the prophet Nigel Gaisie, and Nigel Gaisie tells them that no, he is not talking about a famous Black Sheriff, but rather he is talking about a certain Sheriff Black whose mother is called Mary.
Auntie Mary.
Oh, Auntie Cow.
No, I'm adding the auntie.
Ah, okay. Whose mother is called Mary or Meli or however they say it in Hausa. But it is not our Black Sheriff. Well, ever since the man of God said this, so many people have been mad about it. Some are not happy with him. Some are also saying that, well, this is what the man of God says. Who are we? Whom am I to think differently? Let's go listen to his explanation, because some of us, we did not get the opportunity to watch the video or the show, and we are yet to listen to it. Let's pay attention to it, and we come back to also discuss it, whether the man of God is saying what the good Lord or what God showed to him or not. Let's watch it. I'll be right back.
Establish say nyumtuni Black Sheriff asem na ye kan anye bia oye establish say nyumtuni Black Sheriff asem na ye kan anye bia oye post no wanya response from the camp and say what you being come from camp.
No, that is your word. I mean, who on say we see in bit and prophesy in bit. Man say Black Sheriff Black. If I show own narrative say see I know about Black Sheriff. Into na misu my about Black Sheriff. Into say Sheriff Black. Yeah, make Sheriff Black na me hono e osun so. Okay, into bit me I say. Whichever way it is. Nya me hu ye no nyansa ni can make projections and deductions out of it.
Into me pacho into yeah your business you mun my and worry who because a bit me abani say and yeah black sheriff black no and yeah black sheriff.
Oh, who say a D7 no it counts figuratively. Tell me about what they have there. It is a akosua na ebi a ako. I think the mayor friend me akosua na me who be a fa ako. Maybe I'll fast about it. Maybe I'll give some sacrifice about it. Maybe software and as soon nipa me you know. Make I so would you phobia what won't be I can be by it's maybe about me or it's maybe closer to me. And like I say over the years, it's always better to be safe than to be sorry. Because yes, command, yes, so that they can. A lot of us, especially respectfully, most of the people be within craving or be dear for nothing, or be call for a bit disrespect, assuring no prophetic, no any maybe the entirety of the brand of the man of God. But I am saying, sir, we build nation with individual talents and gifts. Into be a carpenter, be a mason, be a prophet. Yet then I don't know yet the individual gifts near kabuma. A more man economy and not any other person. I'm the same person that prophesied currently. Last year, Michelle come about Morocco. Said there will be a disaster there. Monko only be the Martin radio so it can on send brain. But this week is here. Last year, Nyame Family Soccer said IGP there will be arrows, you have a problem. Almost me here and there. Abemana Sembemu. The same person, Michelle come. I was in America last 3 weeks. Me show me Facebook page said me who said Gabon. There was a military coup there. Within 24 hours, next week. If the same person is saying, so, well, who be here? I think, say, and the right, if you're a wise person, you take a step about that, not to cause fear.
Prophet.
Not, yes, sir.
Prophet.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, prophetic need you know. Anything I afro, but see, I know. I say we are for me stuck. Me sure some comfortable so because now can you person who say direction ben Sheriff Black he who nipa say they bet me abwa. See, I know. I would have to join. You better who Sheriff Black na so open church movie and I say if there's any direction of man or better than when say away and I say away now with me about chain because then
major that was media or panelist no views. I'm not prophesying by the inspiration of God say umbra maintain. But you see, normally a lot of stations have called me, I have not spoken except on platform more platform I don't because I have a personal relationship with the father. I love what people are doing. Michelle, come, I don't explain myself. So that is what I saw. I'm not going to add, I'm not going to subtract. But a wise person, I think the Bible says, Romans says, as many that are led by the Spirit of God are the sons of God. And to say, you can tell that therefore we no can answer. And the right steps should be taken. Because if it is not so, like I always say, me farm social bonding come. You be the matembe brain. Ebe man and bebe. Catch you kwame appeal boo adie buy a bomb pie man. I think within last 2 years or so, Name or London and who be before fear not take says I don't know if that's the right name. Nema me bomb pie, me who send me bomb pie or no casaba out fasting. Into your movie via young wajuma, a beboy in
Nti mi patron sisi anu why mu na ebe ye ho adwuma why mu na ebe ho adwuma sisi afọ this prophecy ni
oh nyame eya cheme nti me de pray na me prayer warriors eguma ye bom paye na mekoso abom paye but me hu bi ma mesansa but if whoever is concerned no make I'll just suggest your father is so in the agro your father so much in the agro and so between the yama to 1 day 2 day be an ekada on fire. If you are in conformity, oh, a star, and as we be a no, oh, year do you may be a D4, we may feel some one of the popularity, saying David. Don't forget that it's here with the greatest of respect. Ebony Wu and Kwane Wuko, Yin I said great talent. And it's a me a software, the D4, but make your own firm, it's not say, oh, well, Nigel, and I prefer Nigel, my son, that you mean send the agro because a way, mean friend the agro because at the bonnet will be a year. And I'm not saying to who and say, but near me, and me, you be a me who are there a bem. with the greatest of respect and humility.
Maybe I'll show you.
Yeah.
Maybe some questions too be answered mama wako. Me tie u narration sesi ano. Usi ebi beka so oye star. Not just say Sherry Blackie oye star.
That is your word.
You just said to me a few minutes ago.
What I'm saying is that normally I'm a prophet and I don't explain myself after I have prophesied. I'm trying to come to the party because of the relationship I have with the platform. And when we give prophecy, it's about the Spirit of God. And we'll be like I said, if it's Akosia, and the prophet is saying Ako, we see in bits and prophesy in bits. So if it's about the person and I say you purport to project, say, oh, it can be this person. Your mom pay a Salaka be a sacrifice, be a yen, donation be a yen. Now you monitor prophecy, after 90 days. I'm the man, young to your hopeful. Now young Benjamin, you live your normal life. Prophecy does not come to scare. It just comes to alert us. It just comes to prompt us. It's a pointer to a negative prophecy. It's a pointer to what the devil is about to do or what the devil is doing. And like you rightly say, you're a believer in prophetic.
Well, so that was the encounter between Miss G, who was the host of United Showbiz on UTV, with Nigel Gaisie. And interestingly, we all heard the exchanges where the man of God or the prophet thinks that his Sherry Black is not the person we all know he is talking about, but another person altogether. And as it stands now, I'm asking my people how they also interpret that conversation we just listened to. Chamo, maybe you can start as you watched on TV, I guess.
Yeah, I watched it. And again, I'm not surprised because if you remember, I predicted it when we discussed it. I said that when people push him, he will say that Sheriff Black is different from Black Sheriff, and then lo and behold, he came out to say that. I mean, I think I'm also a prophet, and people should
pay attention to you.
Yeah, they should come for consultation. For me, before you talk to me, it's $300.
I was so afraid my acquire started them.
So I'm not surprised that he's doing that, but obviously he was talking about Black Sheriff, and even the mother who was weeping. I really wish that he would mention the name. Even if you will say Auntie Mary, he can say Auntie. Then you add the Mary to.
I know, right?
You add the Mary to it for him. The thing is, when it comes to spiritual work, now I've softened my stance more, but because I want to be in the business.
Yeah, I know, right?
Anyway, so
they want to be your people.
Yeah. So the thing is, the man of God or the prophet, he's just trying to play smart with Ghanaians and what is happening. He predicted that people will come and insult him because the name Sheriff Black could be interpreted as Black Sheriff. So he was aware that this thing will happen, and it is happening, and he's running away from it. That's where it's not fair. And you can't, if people were not thinking the way he thought that they would think, then this will be a useless post. If nobody was going to connect the Sheriff Black to Black Sheriff. I mean, it will be a useless post, and he is aware of that. That's why he said it in a way that he did, because obviously he will get the attention that he's looking for. So it is bad, but the thing is, technically you can't do much about it, especially when he knows it and trying to play along. Like, no, my person is Sheriff Black. But for those who believe in spirituality and spiritual works like this, the question that I want those people to ask him, or anybody around to ask him, will be, okay, so the Sheriff Black that you are talking about, where can we find him? How do we locate him to tell him that maybe that Sheriff Black couldn't hear you, can't read Facebook post or whatever. So tell us where the person may be for us to go and search for the person. Because the person will need help, he will need prayers and all that. But that question didn't come, and so we don't know the answer that he would have given at that point. It is bad, but you can't do anything about it. True. Because this is spiritual works, as he said, and spiritual works you can only deal with it in spirit. You can't deal with it physically. But I think people should be monitoring him.
Yes, monitoring.
The prophet.
The prophet. Okay.
Yes, people should be monitoring him, because we know that some prophets can also prophesy and make sure that it will come to pass. So they should be monitoring his move so that he won't
but this
fulfill the prophecy.
Should anything even come closer to happening to Black Sheriff, he can't claim ownership for being the one who prophesied it, because he said he wasn't talking about Black Sheriff.
Yeah, but he also said that the wise people can deduct what he's trying to say.
Oh,
the wise people can get...
Yes.
The wise people will understand what... example. Yes, so Nyansafo knows that he's talking about Black Sheriff, and Nyansafo knows that one. He can pretend that that is not it, because technically that's where he will jump. It's like he has created a window that he will jump through when it became a serious matter. But the point is that he was talking about Black Sheriff, and we know, because he says he is talking to the wise people. Yes, the wise people know that you are talking about Black Sheriff. So he should be monitored. People should monitor him. Or every move that he makes, people should monitor it, because he can also make sure that it will come to pass. And then even saying that you saw that the mom was weeping uncontrollably is only one thing that will make a mother weep.
Death.
Yes.
Let's all be honest.
You can't even say sickness or accident. Even if it is accident, you cry today, tomorrow the person didn't die.
It's a fatal accident. If it is accident, maybe it has to be a fatal accident. Yes.
So even that one, if the person didn't die or nothing happened to the person at that time, nobody will cry uncontrollably. When you use that word uncontrollably, it means death, because for that one the
person has lost something.
Yes, you won't come back again. But if it is an accident that you are not dead, I mean you are still alive. So people will take it like that. At least you are still among us. So what he was saying, straight, like your mind should go to death. So that's why
it is Black Sheriff,
and it is Black Sheriff
you'll be thinking about,
and that's why he is wishing for him. I think he should be monitored. If anything unusual happens to Black Sheriff, he should be held responsible.
Well, what are you also saying?
At this point, I will tell Black Sheriff and his people or anybody around him to be very careful, to be very cautious of the things they do, where they find themselves, the people then get themselves involved with, and all of that. Last time we spoke about this issue, I told you the difference between prophecy and prediction is the fact that one is coming from a prophet and one is coming from an ordinary person.
One is backed by the spirit.
One is backed by the spirit. And unfortunately, the one with the spirit can't prove in the physical. And no
evidence.
Yes, and nobody can hold that person also to prove. But if somebody who is seen as an ordinary person without any prophetic or pastor tag on him makes such a prediction, I tell you, everybody will come and call you to prove.
True.
Because they will feel or think you are talking from the physical point of view, and anything physical can be proved or can be seen. So if they will call you to come and prove, then that's it. Unfortunately, even if you ask him to show you what he saw, he can't. no matter how serious he tries to describe whatever he's claiming he's seen, even if you want him to show you a glimpse of it, he can't.
He wouldn't be able to.
He wouldn't be able to do it. He wouldn't be able to do it. You see, that's why sometimes some of these things it pains me, because the way he was speaking looks like most of the things that he's quote unquote priding himself with are all the things that are form of negative. Because in his narration, even if yes, I know definitely some people believe he's a big man of God, he's a prophet of God and all that. That I'm not going to challenge, because on our wouldn't yummy. But my own is that if you want to tell people how good you are in terms of you prophesying and it's coming to pass, I believe there are a lot more than predicting about the fact that Morocco there is going to be this and it happened, that which was negative. Gabon there is going to be cool and it happened. Ebony's death you predicted and it came. Like, so you never predicted that currency will buy a J-Wagon and tomorrow it came to pass.
I know there are no one going at it. I don't know going at it.
You see, these are the things that I would wish to hear. Come and tell us that, oh, you see, Asumesi that you people are healing. I made him this way. And these are the things that we want to hear. So even if he had made such examples, I tell you, even people wouldn't hold his neck when he says he was referring to Sheriff Black and not Black Sheriff. But unfortunately, he knows. And you see, the man has been in the system for quite like some time. He's done this before, not once, not twice, and he knows how to play this game.
True.
Mafia president.
The post that he made, he knows the reason why he turned the name upside down.
Yeah.
He knows.
I mean, it was deliberate.
It was deliberate.
It was deliberate. Yeah.
It was deliberate. He knows, and that's it. So anybody who would want to hold him to come and prove it or come and explain, he has a huge. In fact, his own is not a window; it's a whole door to escape from. He has a whole door to escape from. So these things, they are me. It's sad. It's sad that some of these things. The only thing I would tell Black Sheriff, because see, whatever the video that surfaced on the internet with Black Sheriff, anybody who sees that video can equally make that prediction that this man made.
Oh, the live video
exactly.
Black was.
Anybody who knows the story of Black Sheriff, how he came into the limelight, his fallout with his former record label, how people are chasing him here and there, the criticisms on him even in recent times and all that, coupled with the pressure that he's been through, even with court cases and all that. Anybody who knows these stories and sees this particular video, come on. Even when people insult us on social media, we get our family members calling us that, hey, be careful and all that. So definitely, if a mother or a parent sees his child going through some of these phases in life as young as he is, definitely a parent will be worried. It is understandable. So sometimes they tend to play this psychological mind games, read through, and they will just do it. Not long ago, I saw over the week, Kwame Daji also made a post about his encounter with Nigel Gaisie. And he realized that most of the things that were said about him, all those information were gotten from his Facebook profile.
Yeah.
I see. You know, he means what? Nigel Gaisie prophesied about him.
And his wife.
About him coming down.
Yes.
Hey, then I've not seen that.
Oh, go share post and yes, and he said when he showed that particular post, the text to his wife was so devastated. He had to sit down and calculate and just think about it, think carefully, go through his stuff and realize that most of the information that was said to him, they are all in the public domain. All these things are in the public domain, and he didn't even pay attention to it that much. So sometimes, yes,
until later,
people would come with some of these things. They will read you from afar and know what can make you tick. People can study you for 1 year before they come with some of these things.
It's really easy to go through the ladies.
When somebody watches your interview and your shows, they would know what gets you agitated, what gets you calm. For some of the things, it is very easy for people to read your behavioral patterns with some of these things.
Yeah.
And if people don't take care, like he's saying, He's predicted so many things, and all of them have come to pass. We know some people can say it and orchestrate some of these things for them to come to pass.
True.
So me, I will tell Black Sheriff and his people to be very careful. Whether the man has seen it or he's not seen it, we can only do nothing but be careful. Take care of ourselves. That is the only thing me I will entreat them to do.
Okay. Well, let me read some of your messages. It is the live edition of Showbiz Daily. And let's listen to what the people out there are also saying. Nanadra says, good evening, Brasami. In fact, Will and Amate try pan because it is not easy to work with Shatta. Now, Samuel Afriye says, Shatta was born king, but people who don't know will never know. Adams myself says, Nanadra, did you work with Shatta before knowing that it is hard to work with Shatta? Or it is difficult to work with Shatta? Jackie Boatin says, this is a joke, Ghana. Like, seriously? She's obviously referring to Nigel Gaisie's explanation. Or say, oh no, on and our prophecy, and I think it is true. If you're a prophet, you can't be explaining your prophecies like that. George Akoy says, Roland did very well, was watching from USA, Minnesota. He's a hard-working man. I applaud him. I applauded, bro. Samuel Afriye says, this man said he saw his dead sister. Hey, or someone drop her. And if it is Sheriff Black, then what should we do about it? Samuel Afriye comes again. He said, this same man chopped Nana Romeo girl and still he calls himself prophet. Numero uno says, I think Nigel just wanted some attention. He knew for a while now he's been irrelevant in the system. So he had to say something for people to know that he's still there. They should just ignore him. Now, Frederick Appiah says, the industry should try and settle the Keiwa and his boys issue once and for all. Ashes said he is still in pains with Mr. Drill on UTV United Showbiz. We all know what has happened in Nigeria. Frederick Appiah says, it is time to settle such issues in court. Kwesi Ayefe says, hey, Roland the Commando. When he comes to say, yes, I mean, you guys tired this weekend, retire off. Fidelis Osara says, whatever the man of God said is by the way.
Between him and God.
Okay, it's between him and God. Let's leave him to his prophecy. Well, the prophecy should be just right. That is what we are talking about. We don't want any causing of fear and panic among people.
Fear in people and say,
because now you come back to say Sheriff Black, or you come out to say Sheriff Black, and when we are all thinking it is Black Sheriff, so Black Sheriff should go and pray, you saying that it's not him but it is Sheriff Black. So in this case, is the man of God saying all the things that we thought it was Black Sheriff, so the parents and the team should do, they should ignore
and go and sleep.
Because he's not the one they are talking about.
Not the one they are talking about.
Yes,
now let's look at this very last story. And let's see how best we can wrap up for today.
Can I let me say one or two things about the industry should settle some of this thing in court. I mean, they
Frederick Appiah is talking about
they don't have anything to settle. They did moral business. I mean, they don't have any paperwork that they can take it to court to do any settlement. It's about, I still want to keep you, and the other side say no, I want to go, and there's nothing there binding the one who wants to leave. So it's a moral business.
I think they should go to court.
How? How are they going to settle it?
Some of these things, definitely there's one that is being ignorant in the matter. Yeah, you see the way you
so who will take it to court, and how are they going to settle it?
So if you feel you've been cheated, just take it to court. That's what I would want. Maybe if Mr. Drew.
But is anybody saying cheated in this whole conversation?
No one is saying that.
Nobody is saying that.
You see that?
They are just paying for whatever. But no one.
So if you are paying,
the separation, I'm sure it is a problem.
If you are paying, what do you want as compensation? What?
They won't.
Because as it stands, now it is becoming a dent on the artist image.
Yeah, of course.
You understand? It is becoming a dent on the artist image. And if you're an artist and you think that you did a very good business, devoid of morality and all that, and somebody's statement is tarnishing your image, you also have every right to go to court.
Won't go anywhere.
You also have every. You see, that's
how are you going to?
so it is only in the court, the law court that is going to settle some of these things for people to keep quiet. Else it will go on, and this thing will tarnish people's image.
Yes, but Roland, the unfortunate part is that if you go to court right now and you tell, what are you going to tell the court, that somebody is tarnishing my image, so call him and do what?
Yes, of course, and want the person to.
And it doesn't work like that. I mean, if it works like that, everybody will take anybody to court. Even when you hear something about you, somebody saying that I did business with you, it didn't go well, and so I'm paying and talking about it, and then you say I'm taking it to court. No, it doesn't work like that. So here, why am I commenting?
So if you can prove the person's statement is causing damage to your brand,
that's the most difficult thing to do. I mean, the defamation suit is one of the difficult things to do.
I think oftentimes what the people get beyond those who are able to stretch it to the end is they get some kind of restriction.
Yes.
That okay, because of this, because of that, henceforth you have been restricted to say this, to say that, to say this. Yes. That is what they get.
And it will help. It will help in saving the people's name, because I mean, I can just imagine. See, there's a possibility that because of the way the lives of Drew and the lives have been painted, now there's a possibility that somebody would want to work with Drew even now and say, oh, Nakewa crash and the audio, without knowing the details of whatever transpired between Drew and Kewa. And this would be a damage to Drew. Maybe it is just a few that you will be lucky for them to tell you in your face. Most of them you wouldn't know until you try to take some of these steps to stop them from saying some of these things. Else, it will be a dent on your image.
But the thing is, it won't stop. The guy is not happy you leaving. It's not about that.
I think
there was a contract. Yes, the person is the problem.
The person is the problem proper.
So you can't settle this in court. The guy is just not happy that you are leaving. He still wants to keep you so that he will make money out of the business that he will do with you. And you are saying that no, I'm moving on to the next stage or with the next person, and the person is not happy about it. How do you settle something like this in court? In fact, even if you take him to court, you worsen the relationship, because he's already not happy with you leaving, and now you are taking him to court again. So this is not a court matter. If some of us who are watching from afar, based on the narrations that are out, we can judge for ourselves. So if we think that somebody is doing something wrong, then we have every right to tell that person. But going to court to settle some of this thing, it won't work. So that's why I want to comment about it. Mr. Frederick Appiah was talking about it, and he's using an example of what is happening in Nigeria.
The Mobad
and then Naramari this thing. It's the same thing. It's the rumor. People are just talking, and you can't stop them. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it happens. That's how it is. It's like the way sometimes people demonize Shatta Wale. It's based on what has happened, and then they will say whatever they want to say. It's difficult to hold them to it. If you are not Shatta Wale, who can fight back and also insult people or whatever, you can't do anything about it. But they will say it anyhow, and you can't do anything. And that's what is happening to the Nigerian guy now. That's the same thing happening to him. We all saw that they took the guy to the hospital. He got injection, and later he died. And now they are saying that somebody who was nowhere near the hospital killed him. How? And how are you going to? I've heard him responding to it that he had nothing to do with what has happened. But people will not just take your word for it. You just have to suffer whatever.
Still do what they've got to do.
Yes. You just have to suffer whatever rumor that they want to paint about you. It's unfortunate, but such is life. Yeah.
Well, very unfortunate, but like Chemo is saying, such is life. So let's see how best we can all wait for some of these things to settle. For Kewa, we know how he will feel. In fact, for Kewa, we know how he feels. It is just like keeping a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and for some years the boy or the girl tells you there is no relationship anymore, or I'm not interested in this relationship and I have to go my way. No matter what, you will feel it. In fact, if you were even thinking about it and you did not make the approach, and the lady comes to tell you, okay, this year, send out person in the jail, send out person in the jail. So I think that is the main problem. And can the industry fix it? The industry can discuss it, but as to whether they'll be able to fix it, I wonder. Because even as we talk, somebody is about to commit the same problem again. The other day, I watched a Kwame Yogurt interview on Kingdom FM. The way he was mad and throwing salvos, invectives left, right, and center. It is so obvious that you can't get all the people doing the same thing at different points. People will try different things. Someone will think, okay, this is the way, but I can also do it this way to see how it goes. So for you know, Kewa, in his thinking, knew that, okay, before I move on with any artist, I have to sign with the artist, blah, blah, blah. But he was trying other ways. And in this life, it is like that. Of course. You might try other ways to see if they will get some, because maybe he's done the signing, let's do it, and he's gotten the same response. And he's done the, okay, let's see how it goes, and maybe he's getting some good response. So that becomes his format now. Yes, that becomes his format. And it will only take them to know that the approach you use will determine the kind of results you get. So if they can understand it that way, everybody should be fine. But if they don't understand it, now see any such there. Well, some of your messages. Our music one says, watching from Spain. Big ups to you guys. Lawrence Ajay has given us the high fives. Entertainer J says, Sammy Bulldog said Mr. Drew took the issue to court because of royalties or master's issue. But the same Mr. Drew was on TV the other day saying he's giving all his masters to Kewa, and that Kewa should enjoy every benefit that would come from his song. So what again? Well, Terry K also says, imagine saying a prophecy and saying Wale Shatta and not Shatta Wale. Yes, that is what a man of God is saying. So yeah, then cry Wale Shatta. Hayford Kuala, Joseph Bariga, and all those who are online. Shouts to you. Remember, this is the live edition of Showbiz Daily, and we want you guys to share the link with your people. Tell them that, yeah, you are a staff because your name was mentioned on the platform, and that would also mean a lot to your brand and to who you are. Now, let's tackle this story as well. Samini is back to the talking ways. When he enrolled at Gimpa to be a part of their students, the man decided to go silent. And as it stands now, school is over. He's backed his degree. And he thinks, okay, now that school is over, let me come back into the space and tell the people my peace of mind. And ever since he made that decision to fire the people, he has been going on and on and on and on and on. The other day, on Andy Dusty's program Showtime, he actually lashed Sarkodie a little bit. And of course, we understood it. We got the assignment and the memo. Today, Samini is still lashing them. Ogbaum, send your mukano, Samini Baum, and Ogbaum, okay, Ogbaum. And I want us to watch this particular interview with Belamundi on TV3. And as it stands now, there are so many people who have given different interpretations to this video or to this interview. The people who have read hatred into it, people who have read pains and bitterness into it, people are reading different meanings into this video. But after listening carefully, and as a human being as you are, what do you also say about Samini and talking about his peers and those that he's been doing the music thing with and what he thinks about them? Let's go watch it. When I come back, I pick views from my people before we run away from here.
While at school, while I thought I was on break, I didn't see anything significant change in the space. And while at school, while I thought I was on break, I didn't see anything significant change in the space, and I'm back. There's no hit song in the space. Who?
There's no hit song?
None of them. No hit song can beat just my own right now.
There's Camido who's gone international with.
Oh, no disrespect. No disrespect to these kids.
Black Sheriff.
No disrespect to
Kweku
these
the Traveler
kids.
and all that.
Don't get me wrong and
Okay.
don't take my message
I'm taking
wrongly.
it.
You're talking 4S.
Okay.
Thank you.
The 4S's. You're saying that you've been gone for
There's
4
no banger,
years.
There's no banger. Big up to Stoneboy for his new project. Fifth
Yeah.
Dimension is a great project. I
Yeah.
like Into the Future.
Oh, I like that song
it's a
as
hit.
well.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Yeah, so among the 4S's, I must say the only person that's dropped something is coming from my school.
Coming from your school. I see.
So yeah, I enjoy it this way rather. Yeah, everybody should talk. Everybody should talk, and that is what I want to say. Chamo, how do you also see Samini's talking ways? Now he's back from school. He said nothing significant happened in the music industry. First of all, is it true that nothing significant happened?
Oh, it's not true.
It's not true.
Oh, it's not true. When he said it without qualifying it, after some push, then he tried to qualify it, saying that the exes. The X's, the three, including him, the 4S's, they were working. We were hearing of them when we were not in the space. Sako, he dropped an album. He had, I think some of his songs were banging, the countryside nominations and all that. The same thing with Stoneboy. He's been traveling, going all over the place, doing his thing, and he even mentioned Into the Future in one of the songs that is bang. Shatta Wale is also doing his own thing. He's getting all the big shows in Ghana here, and On God at that time is also a banger, banging in the space. So what is he talking about? I'm not surprised that he will talk like that, because he wants to show that he's still in the game and he's ready to take his position,
his rightful position
or whatever. So I'm not surprised. But what the things that he's saying, when you analyze it or when you scrutinize it carefully, you know that I don't want to use lie, but he wasn't also telling he wasn't being factual. He was more, I think, emotional and trying to tell his own truth than giving us what is on the ground. I think it's not fair to talk like that. And why am I saying that? If you do that, you don't see the real picture and how you fit in competing. The competition argument that you are making, whether you like it or not, there are some people in the space doing their own thing and they are getting some form of success. If you don't recognize them and you do any mediocre thing or average thing, you will not get anywhere. But if you recognize that yes, they are doing something good, but you think you can do better, that would be a fair assessment. That to say that they have not done anything in the space whilst you were away. No, it's not true. I disagree with his opinion, but I'm not surprised, because some of them or the musicians, they don't do analysis. They tell or they talk in a way that they feel. It's not about being analytical. He feels that he's the best. When he went out, nobody could do anything better. Now he's back. He's coming to do what people will love. Why not? Fine. We are watching the space, but for some of us who are analyzing what is happening, who are also part of this entertainment industry
ecosystem,
and yes, who knows what is happening and can also analyze, try to be fair and also be a critical thinker. I will totally disagree with him. I think he's not being fair to himself because he's not doing good analysis for him to know what is at stake so that he can compete. Fairly and in a good way. I think he's not being fair to himself. He has to recognize that people are doing something in this space, but he can do better. If he says it like that, it is his opinion and based on what he thinks he can do. That would be fair than to say that they are not doing anything in the space when you are not part of it. I disagree with him. Yeah.
Well, Ro, let's listen to you as well.
Ghana's Ragadada.
Yeah.
Ragadada Bakufe, and that's Sammy. Basami. Me, I'm not going to worry myself to disagree with what he said. If you understand the way musicians, and in fact, he's what he said, Shatta Wale says it every day.
Okay.
What he said, Stonebwoy says it every day. The way you thinking about Samini, I'm asking. First, it was the 4S, the 4S, the 4S. But recently, we can all agree that the conversation has been about the 3S, the 3S, the 3S, to the extent that he even had to stamp on it to Belamuni that it is the 4S that I'm talking about.
Okay.
So that is the point he was just trying to make. That when I went on break, I wasn't on break as in I wasn't doing music. It's just that my focus was on somewhere else.
On my books.
But you guys decided to relegate my S, and started doing it 3S. So now all these things we know.
In fact, there is even a conversation happening behind the scenes that they are using the 3S.
Exactly.
And not 4.
Exactly. So he's come to remind you guys that whatever you think the other 3 S's are doing, he is part of that S. Or once upon a time, he was part of that S making 4. And he still has it. Whether you like it or not. You see what he's saying, Shatta also says it. He's the best. Stonebwoy says he's the best. Sarkodie says he's the best. If you want anybody, they will not tell you to go for the other person. They come for them. So me, I'm not going to. And you see all these statements, mostly because they are in that circle, that bracket. They don't think analytical about whatever they are saying. It is not about carefully calculating in terms of adding 1 plus 1. No. It is about what they feel and the fact that they want to market themselves.
Okay.
That's what brings,
that's what you see.
Yes, makes them to say some of these statements. It's about what they feel. So yes, you can be analytical and say, oh, okay, per what you said, when we take even this measurement from this year or this time to that time, let's be factual about numbers, appeal, shows, and all that. Then maybe we can analyze your whatever statement you're making. But these people, it is not about your calculation. It's about what he feels. And this statement only gives me one information or one signal that Samini wants to be part or is now back to make the S,
and that he wants to be part of
the conversation. That's the only thing he is seeking with this statement. So he went on to buttress his point by saying that the one that he likes, which is now arguably one of the people's favorite, is coming from his school.
In this case, his high grade.
Exactly. So if now you still want to do S, you still want to count the S's in the space, he is now back to make it 4. Because I know, just like we all have been hearing the 3S, he's also been hearing. And as an artist of his caliber, will not let it slide like that. So me, I won't come and argue whether it is true or it is not true. If whether it is true or not, agronomy, it is your work that will show. When people gave them the 4 S's, they were not the ones who demanded for it. It was their works that gave them that accolade.
True.
So now that it has been slashed to 3, and you are saying we should make it 4 again, the only way you can enter and force people to make it 4 is through your works. And that's the only thing. So whether what he said is factual, is true or false, I'm not going to argue. He should just, from now, after making that statement, yes, we know he's done so much, but then if you are able to prove again after your break, then that is where people will have no other option than to make the S4 like he is demanding.
I see. So as it stands now, I'm just trying to ask that if we are to do the competition with this X, now that Samini is saying my own is even bigger than all their songs, Is Samini saying that he will be what ahead of them?
That's what he's saying. That's exactly what he's saying.
And that's why we have to analyze and say no. Don't deceive yourself. I mean,
that's exactly what he's saying.
You just have to.
If you take numbers, let me read the check. I'll check. I want to check my own numbers, even up to Shatta's numbers
God
numbers.
Okay, check it. Let me close. Sorry. Kwesi Ayefe, aka Ekuban, says, I hope you guys got some massages for the hard work. Well, Samuel Efriye says, I thank God Samini pouring his pain. If it's Shatta, to be a different thing in the industry. Samuel Efriye comes again and says, but Samini is the cause of his fall, because he saw Shatta little, and to his surprise, Shatta took over and now he wants to be heard. Hayford Kuala has given us the fire emoji, and Samuel Kwabna Eze says, Brasami, I'm a Nigerian living in Ghana. I really love your show and what you guys are doing. Big ups. Kwesi IFL also comes again and he says, now the industry darling boys are waging the war. Okay. Yeah, the war there. I want everybody to talk. Everybody should be talking. When they talk like this, then it means that we all will know what is wrong and who is doing what in the industry. But when everybody acts like they are okay and that nothing is happening, that becomes worrying. So yes, I'm happy Samini is talking. For the past days, I have been watching his interviews, and it is fire upon fire upon fire upon fire like that.
Samini's post, my own has 3.8 million views in 6 years.
6 years?
Yes.
And the rest?
Shatta Wale is doing 7 million, 7.5 in a year.
For On God?
On God.
Okay. And, okay, well, Sakode also has some good songs, some big songs. Countryside,
yeah.
Which will surely do some good numbers. Stoneboy also has Into the Future and those things, which I don't know the numbers. I don't know the numbers yet. So when Samini says my own is bigger, what is he really talking about? Because yes, I'm sure, you know, Samini is not the today's kind of generation. Of he has been around, so he might not be this number kind of game.
Yeah, I'll pair Samini. The reason why I didn't want to bring Stoneboy.
No, let me finish my question. So I'm asking that if Samini says none of their hate songs will come closer, does it mean it is because of his knowledge that if your song is big, it's not just about the numbers, it's about maybe what you've been able to do with your song, the shows and blah blah blah, boom boom boom. Reason he will think, or he will say his song My Own is bigger than all of them within the space.
Of course, measuring the success of a song is relative. Some people, there are songs like One Corner, that when you check its numbers online, it is appalling. But when you compare it to the reception it had, even on grounds, the kind of shows the guy used that song in Mountain, you realize that it was a big song. So yes, it is on that knowledge that Samini wants to measure the success of My Own.
Okay.
So yes, some of us might want to be analytical and go online and compare numbers A, B, C, D and all that. But he would also want to come from that other angle and say, it might not be on your favorite play stores, it might not be on your playlist, but this is a song that when I stand on the street anywhere, anytime, and you open it up, you will get people vibing to it. And to him, that is his measurement or his definition of a big song.
But if we are going to do a comparison, then we should have a standard. That's the where he will fall short. In fact, if you even pair their numbers, like their social media numbers, following and subscribers and all that, he will still fall short. In fact, he will still be under somebody like Sakode and Shatta Wale. So I mean, he should be truthful to himself and work harder if he wants to come to the top. I mean, it's so obvious. So for you to just say it because that's how you feel, it will not change the facts. I mean, we have people who feels that they are men in women's body or something, but they will not change to be a woman. They are still men. That you can feel whatever you want to feel, but the fact and the realities will not change because you feel like that or you wish for those things. It's either you work your way to be what you feel or wish for, or you can talk your way through. And we have people like that. We have people who are richer by their math, but on the ground they don't have anything to show for it. We know them. People can use their mouth to own everything, but in the real world they don't have anything to show for it. And so if you want to go that way, fine. But people will see you as you are. I mean, if the numbers are against you, the same way if we are calling musicians to play shows now, you will not be the first person. In fact, if we now go on the ground and ask people, we want to organize a show, which artists do you want to hear from? I mean, Samini wouldn't be the first person that will come to mind. Other names will come before Samini.
Exactly.
And some time ago, Samini will be on top. But right now, it's not like that. But you can pretend to say that, yes, you are still the best. But you know what is. Yes. Yeah, you. but me, I wish that he would have said that, okay, they are doing something in the space, but I think I'm back and I'll do better than what they are doing. That would be a fair comment than to say that they are not doing anything. That's where I have issue with him. If you say they are not doing anything, I'll have issues with you. But if you say that, okay, regardless of what they have done or what they are doing, that at the time that I wasn't in the space, I will still come back and take the position because I think I have what it takes to do that. I think that would be a fair comment. But for him to say that they have done nothing, they don't have a hit song, even my own is no. My own is says yes, and still the 1 year match. Yes, the 1 year numbers are doing better than the one that you are talking about. So I think he should come again, and he should be fair to himself if he really wants to compete.
Well, like I am saying, I wish Samini even says more. But like Jemo is also arguing, the statement should be backed with all the facts that there are in, and when we have it like this, then we can all do the analysis, the breakdowns, the reviews, and do counter education to those who need to know. But as it stands now, he's telling the people that Charlie, he was away and he's back. Nobody really did shit, so he's back. He's back to do it again, and you guys should know that as much as he's back, you should watch out for some more. Well, on this note, let me also tell you that we have a lot more coming up from tomorrow. Now we are back from the weekend break, and as much as we've starved you, we have also starved ourselves. So from tomorrow, we're going to give it back to back, back to back, back to back, so you guys will know exactly what we are talking about. Let me also seize this opportunity to say thanks to Intimdo Solomon Chemo. So you have to do it for them next time if I'm not available on their connect.
If you give me the signal.
No, I have given you the signal long
but I was waiting for you to.
Chemo, the signal has been given. When it is 7 and it is not showing, go.
I hear you.
Green means go and go. Well, let me also say thanks to Roland Amate, to Digital Rasta. He's also called Currency. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. Let me see if I can wrap up some of your messages here. Hogarth says, hi, good family equals Beam or loves Beam. And Fidelis Osara says, infighting and relevancy in the industry, it is everywhere. Osara, it is everywhere. I believe you have been following matters that are arising after the death of Mohbad. It is everywhere. In fact, as much as there is a human institution built somewhere and people are in there, some of these squabbles, petty squabbles, will surely happen. So it is like that. In fact, when we started seeing some stories after the death of the young artist Mohbad, we didn't believe, but really and truly, it is happening. As it stands now, do you know Olamide's followers on Instagram are decreasing by the minute?
Naira Marley rather.
Oh, sorry. Naira Marley. Yes, his
yes, it's going down.
Yes,
in fact, some people are campaigning for people to unfollow him.
Yeah, to cancel.
That in fact, I think somebody sent me. I didn't watch, but the person was saying that they were even telling some DJs not to play
songs
from him. Yes, in an event, like on an event.
Yeah,
grounds,
one
like,
DJ decided to play and they touch him.
Really?
Yeah.
They touch him.
So obviously it will affect him, and he has no way to defend himself. Like you can't say anything for them to change their mind. That's the unfortunate part of it.
And dead men don't talk.
Yeah.
There's no way the guy will get
so
anything
unfortunate.
to say for.
But it's happening everywhere. Any industry.
In fighting there, you can't run away from it. It will surely happen. Yeah. So, guys, let's see what tomorrow brings us, God willing. And we will say goodbye to you guys for today. Thanks for waiting. The way you guys came online even showed us that you missed us. And we can't deny you some more content like that. More be coming our way. So just wait for it. Special thanks to Digital Rasta. He's called Currency, who is on camera. Richie Flex is the editor-director of the show. If you've not subscribed to us, please do. Because from tomorrow, we have more coming. In fact, so deadly information. Some of them are coming up. There is another beef. Big one. This one, ordinary cutlass cannot even cut. You have to go and use that chainsaw. Cutlass can't be tried. The chainsaw before we can cut it. My name is Sammy Flex. Subscribe to us and let's do some more. Share this with someone. Tell the person, yes, we came back with a live edition of Showbiz Daily. I'll meet you again tomorrow when we do the editorials and the Shatta updates. Stay tuned. We are out of here.